Not everyone will celebrate your light. Some will smile when you walk into the room, but deep down, something inside them burns. Not because of what you've done, not because of who you hurt, but because your very presence reminds them of something they've lost or something they've never found. Carl Jung once said, "The brighter the light, the darker the shadow." And when you shine, you don't just illuminate the world, you awaken shadows in others. That's why some people secretly hate your light. Have you ever noticed it? You share your joy, and someone dismisses it. You succeed, and instead of being happy for you, they go quiet. You shine authentically, and suddenly, people you thought were close to you start pulling away. It feels confusing, even painful. You ask yourself, did I do something wrong? Am I too much? Should I dim myself so others feel comfortable? But Jungian psychology gives us another explanation. Every human being carries a shadow, the parts of ourselves we repress, deny, or refuse to face. Most people keep their shadows buried. But when you shine, when you live authentically, when you express joy, passion, or courage, you don't just light up the room. You also shine a spotlight on their shadow. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Your light doesn't just inspire, it also exposes. That's why some people secretly hate your light. It forces them to confront the parts of themselves they'd rather keep hidden. Let's bring this to life. Imagine you've been working on yourself. You've healed old wounds, built new habits, and started to grow into the person you were always meant to be. You're glowing, not because life is perfect, but because you're aligned with your truth. Now, picture telling a friend about a breakthrough. Instead of joy, you see a flicker of something else in their eyes. Envy, discomfort, maybe even disdain. Why? Because your growth reminds them of their stagnation. Your courage reminds them of their fear. Your authenticity reminds them of the masks they still wear. Carl Jung wrote, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves." But here's the paradox. Not everyone wants that understanding. Some resist it. Some deny it. Some project their discomfort onto you. So they say you've changed. They say you're full of yourself. They distance themselves, not because of your darkness, but because of your light. Think about it. Have you ever felt the cold silence after sharing something you were proud of? Have you ever seen someone you love shrink when you dare to shine? That silence, that withdrawal, it's not about you. It's about the shadows your light has awakened in them. Jung believed that relationships act as mirrors. We don't just see others as they are. We see them through the filter of our own unconscious. So when you shine, people aren't always seeing you. They're seeing what they lack. They're seeing their unlived potential. They're seeing the life they wish they had the courage to pursue. And instead of saying, "Thank you for showing me what's possible," some say, "I can't stand you." This is projection in action. Your light becomes a mirror reflecting their darkness. And instead of facing it, they choose to hate the mirror. In Jungian terms, we could call this person the shadow hater. They aren't truly hating you. They're hating the part of themselves that feels small, inadequate, or forgotten. But here's where it gets dangerous. When someone can't face their shadow, they often try to dim the light of those around them. They gossip. They criticize. They withdraw support. They find subtle ways to make you doubt yourself. Why? Because if they can dim your light, they don't have to face the painful truth of their own shadow. So what's the lesson here? It's this. Your light is not the problem. Your authenticity, your growth, your joy, these are not flaws to fix. They are gifts. And if those gifts awaken shadows in others, that's not your burden to carry. Jung's great insight was that wholeness requires us to integrate the shadow. But not everyone is ready for that journey. And you cannot dim yourself just to protect someone else from their own reflection. The truth is, when you shine, you give people two choices. They can hate the mirror, or they can grow from it. Their choice is not your responsibility. So the next time you feel someone pulling away, criticizing, or resenting you for no clear reason, remember this. It's not always about what you've done wrong. Sometimes it's about what you've done right. You dare to shine. You dare to grow. You dared to step into your light when others chose to stay in the dark. And yes, some people will secretly hate you for it. But others, the right ones, will be inspired, uplifted, transformed. So don't dim yourself. Don't shrink. Don't apologize for your light. Because the world doesn't need you to be smaller. The world needs you to be whole. Light and shadow. Authentic. Radiant. Unapologetically you. If this resonated with you, share this message with someone who needs it. Because too many lights are still dimmed by the shadows of others. When they were born to shine.